This is Tyson's shit, and these are his bag, his sparring gloves that we've been sparring with. As you can see, there's no fucking padding in here, and all the padding's in the back of his fucking glove. Look at that shit. I could touch my other side of my finger with this shit, and there's shit falling out from the middle of the glove. Does he know who the fuck I am? He must not know, does he? Does he? What? Oh, he does not know. Look at this shit, man. And then, hold on, these are the sparring gloves they told me they got from me. These thick ass, look at, hold on, let's see, watch the squeeze. Going nowhere. Going nowhere. Watch this shit. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
What's good, YouTube? This is Sam Mac Boxing TV, and I'm back again with another video to talk some more boxing with my people. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you can stay notified when I drop some more heat on you. Alright, y'all, so the clip you've seen at the beginning of this video was from sparring partner of Tyson Fury, Nick Asbury, showing a pair of gloves that were used by Tyson Fury during a sparring session of theirs, which have no padding. And that brings me to the subject of this video today. And I waited a while before I decided to talk about this, because I had heard some rumblings about this after the Wilder Fury 2 rematch back in February about the possibility of Tyson Fury doing something to his gloves. So, I didn't want to jump to any conclusions or anything like that, because I did give Tyson Fury, his credit due for beating Wilder in the fight. But just as time started to go on, I just started to see rumblings, just within, the YouTube community about, Tyson Fury, having these, something wrong with his glove. So I decided to do my own research, look a little bit further into this, and went back and rewatched the fight, both Wilder Fury 2 and Wilder Fury 1. And something definitely didn't seem right, especially that second fight. And old media is just going above and beyond to really just discredit these allegations against Tyson Fury and these Tyson Fury fanboys who sit up here and defend everything about this dude, not acting as though he hasn't been popped for performance-enhancing drugs, hasn't been stripped for his heavyweight titles previously for recreational drugs, cocaine, and also there's been connections to him to an Irish mob boss named David Kinahan, who I guess was managing him previously and set up negotiations for a fight with AJ for Undisputed. But once word got out that this guy had ties to the mob, they dropped him from Fury's management. Well, anyway, back to the glove situation. So I'm just going back, and I looked into some pictures from the actual fight and took a couple screenshots from the actual fight, just zooming in on the gloves. And the particular type of gloves that Tyson Fury wore a brand called Paffin Sport. So he wore these gloves in Wilder Fury 2, and he also wore these gloves in a few other fights prior. So I took an opportunity to look at his last couple fights. He wore these same brand of gloves in his fight with Francisco Pianeta, which he had a 12-round decision against. His first comeback fight against Safiri, he wore that same brand of gloves. And even when he fought Vladimir Klitschko for the title, he wore this same brand of gloves. And for each of those fights, those gloves did not look anything like the gloves when he fought Deontay Wilder this second time around. And with this rematch with Wilder, you can see on the right hand something ain't right with that glove, because you can see an indentation of where the padding is supposed to be at the knuckle. I don't know nothing about y'all, but just comparing, his gloves in previous fights and comparing the gloves to that fight, you can tell something ain't right about that glove. And then going back and rewatching that fight again, during the time that Tyson Fury was getting his hands wrapped for the Deontay Wilder rematch, his team disconnected the camera that was showing him getting his hands wrapped. Because if you go and watch the original broadcast, there's a camera on the screen that shows Tyson Fury's locker room, and then one of his trainers or handlers go to hang something up on a hanger and disconnects the camera once he's starting to get his hands wrapped. Why would you need to cover up or disconnect the camera during him getting his hands wrapped? What do you guys have to hide? And then you have the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, who is saying that he was in the locker room during the time that Tyson Fury's hands were wrapped, but just going and doing some research and some reports from Team Wilder, Suleiman wasn't even in the locker room. So Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC are going above and beyond to protect Tyson Fury without any real knowledge of the situation, just like they did with Alejandra Jimenez when she fought Franchon Cruz Dezern and tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. And up until just a few weeks ago, they just gave Cruz Dezern her belt back. But the WBC was quick to jump on Jimenez's defense and say, oh, we believe her. The WBC is shady, man, just dirty. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. You have a champion who was dominant for and made 10 title defenses. And then you get this dude from overseas who is not known for being a serious and true power puncher, who all of a sudden gets a knockout against Deontay Wilder. And then when you bring up, just the topic of something being tampered with the gloves, you got these Fury fanboys talking about, oh, Tyson Fury's the #1 heavyweight. Woo, 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 woo. That doesn't matter if he's cheating. Y'all act like there's never been any instances of cheating in boxing. Go back just a couple years ago where brother Nassim Richardson, who was the trainer of Sugar Shane Mosley, right before Sugar Shane's fight with Antonio Margarito, caught him illegally wrapping his hands. Margarito was attempting to use a substance which is called plaster of Paris, which is a substance that goes on the wraps when wet to make them harden up as they start to, once perspiration and sweat, they start to harden. So basically you're fighting with plaster on your hands. And he got away with it when he fought Miguel Cotto the very first time. And Miguel Cotto really wasn't ever the same after that fight. But luckily for Nassim Richardson catching that, Margarito ended up paying the price during that fight against Sugar Shane anyway. And then, just going back even further into the 80s, where you have Luis Resto and his fight with Billy Collins and Resto's trainer, Panama Lewis, who removed padding from Resto's gloves, causing permanent damage to Collins. Collins, who later ended up passing away just from, damages that he suffered from that fight. And then Panama Lewis, the trainer, and Resto ended up doing some prison time because of that. That's attempted murder. You going into the ring, taking the padding out of your gloves, that is attempted murder. And bans should be given, just like with the Resto case. Resto ended up being banned from boxing. Panama Lewis was banned from boxing as a trainer. I'm just tired of people acting like boxing is not a corrupt sport when it is. And I got plenty of examples showing, just based off of Fury's last couple fights, with these same gloves, the same brand of gloves, all look the same up until he fought Deontay Wilder. And then, going back to when he fought him the first time, there's controversy about that, because Tyson Fury was adjusting his glove to where it was flopping around when he would throw the jab. And people were like, oh, Wilder fans are just crying because he lost his. No, it's not anything to do with that, because had the situation been reversed and if Deontay Wilder was the one who was cheating, I would have the same energy for him. The same energy. Because cheating is cheating no matter who does it. And if you're a cheater, I'm going to call you out on it. That's how I'm running on my channel. So for all of you people that want to troll and get in your feelings because I'm showing research that I've done that none of y'all did, don't come on my channel trying to tell me, oh, well, you need to talk about this, or, well, that's not true. Well, do your own research and then come talk to me, because we can go live on this channel and debate if you really feel like you know what's going on more than I do. And I'm guarantee you, I got my receipts. But yeah, anyway, Tyson Fury, he's a cheater, man. I'm really convinced at this point he's a cheater. And anybody that supports a dude like this, man, I got a question. You know, what? It just seems like it didn't matter how Tyson Fury won as long as he beat Deontay Wilder, is what his fans and his new fan base wanted to see. And it's crazy how more Americans were cheering for Deontay Wilder to lose than actually to win. It doesn't, that I still don't understand. American fans are fickle anyway. They'll go above and beyond to cheer for, you know, a foreign fighter or a foreign athlete before their own homegrown athletes, when you see countries all over the world who always go for their homegrown talent, which I don't understand that. You know, granted, everybody likes who they like, because, you know, I like fighters that aren't American, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to go for my countrymen. This whole Glovegate situation is just crazy, and just the people that are in denial about it. Y'all, there's evidence is coming through, and Tyson Fury's team is going above and beyond to try to cover this stuff up. But listening to old media outlets like Max Kellerman and ESPN and all of these print news sources, man, these dudes push a narrative. They have a fighter, they're biased, they'll push a narrative, tell untruths, because they know that their untruths that they're talking about, the casual fan, they're not going to necessarily look into this. They're just going to take what they say, go along with it, and then that's what they believe. Just like going into this whole excuse about the suit with Deontay Wilder. Now, granted, when I first heard about it, I thought the champ made the excuse himself. And I wasn't happy about it, because I'm just like, well, you didn't really have to make that excuse. But as I did my research, I could not find a single interview from Deontay Wilder talking about that suit that he wore to that rematch. And people were quick to go and run with that and make up this rumor. But I haven't found not an article for an interview, not a single interview on YouTube to confirm this. So it's just propaganda that is being spread within the boxing world and among casual fans and just haters of Deontay Wilder. And it's just, I don't know, just applauding a cheater like that, it's just sad. But I want to know what my people think. You know, just taking a look at, you know, evidence from a sparring partner of Tyson Fury, and just looking at these photos of Tyson Fury with this same brand of gloves. I just want to know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. Until next time, this is Sam Mac Boxing TV. Peace.